Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This one is going to be a little bit more laid back due to the first week of school being a lot more a pain in the butt talks than I realized it was going to be, and also some things came up on Sunday and I had more homework to do after those things and I just wasn't able to do it, and I still have more stuff to do after this video. So I'm not going to be putting up the pictures of how much money it made because that takes a while. I'm just going to put up the picture of the movie and that's pretty much it. Sorry, it's just this is the only way that I can do this video, but also keep my sanity as well. So let's go into it. Last week, the predictions I made were that number 1 would be Sully, number 2 would be When the Bough Breaks, number 3 would be Don't Breathe, number 4 would be The Wildlife, and number 5 would be The Disappointments Room. And what do you know? I actually got 3 out of 5 of my predictions right, which is still good, better than the last couple weeks, but in all honesty, 4 and 5, it was kind of obvious that I was probably going to get those wrong, so let's just see what happened. Number 1 was Sully, the new Tom Hanks Clint Eastwood movie, making $35 million. That's a very good opening for the film, and since it's on a budget of $60 million, it only needs $25 million more to cross it, and then it'll make more money after that, and it's doing good, and I'm hearing some great things about it. Unfortunately, I just messed up. I'm sorry. I'm not going to cut it, though. I've heard that it's good, but also not great, but at the same time, I've heard that it's great, so I'm still really interested in seeing it. I saw that it wasn't playing on Thursday night, which kind of bummed me out. I wouldn't be able to see it anyways, but still. And then I didn't see it this weekend. I saw another movie that's in the top 10. So at some point, hopefully, I'll see this film because it does look really good. A movie that doesn't look really good, When the Bough Breaks, that came out in number 2, and that opened at around $15 million. Kind of obvious that it was going to make some sort of a profit because Screen Gems has been putting out some stalker films recently, like 2014, No Good Deed, 2015, The Perfect Guy, and now this year, When the Bough Breaks. And Perfect Guy and When the Bough Breaks both star Morris Chestnut, so, that's not a coincidence. I think they kind of know what they're doing. It's kind of obvious they were going to make a profit off it, especially since it only cost $10 million to make. So, who really cares? A lot of people are hating it. There isn't even enough critic reviews to get it like above a 0%. It only has like 8 or 9 reviews the last time I checked on Rotten Tomatoes, all negative, so it has a 0% right now, which is kind of hilarious if you think about it, but I didn't really have much anticipation for it in the first place, so I'm not really surprised. Anyways, number 3 was Don't Breathe, another Screen Gems film that actually was a lot better, made $8 million this weekend, and that adds to a total of $66 million. Way to go for this film, still making a lot of money at the box office, and I think this is actually outgrossing Fede Alvarez's last film, Evil Dead, which is very good for it. Your next movie making more money than your previous one. That's very good for the man. Number 4 was Suicide Squad, still hanging on tight in the top 5. It made $5 million this weekend, and that adds to a total of $307 million. Like I said, it's still clinging on for dear life in the top 5. Will it be there next weekend? No, not at all. It's definitely not going to be there. Like Snowden, Blair Witch, Bridget Jones, there's no way Suicide Squad's gonna survive, basically, so it'll be gone. But anyways, number 5, The Wildlife, a movie that'll definitely be gone and long forgotten. It made $3,400,000 this weekend, and this is actually less of a budget than Norm of the North. This movie had a budget of $13 million, less than Norm of the North. That is actually quite shocking. I did not know that this movie cost less to make than Norm of the North, which is a complete abomination, but at the same time, I've heard The Wildlife is actually a complete abomination to the animation film genre as well, so who knows, maybe they both go hand in hand with each other. I don't know. I kind of forgot the movie was coming out this weekend, even after I made the box office video last weekend. I was like, oh yeah, that Robinson Crusoe thing. So that pretty much goes to show why not too many people are going out to see it. Plus, it's not a Pixar, DreamWorks, or Illumination film. It just kind of showed up on TV and ads, and I guess kids were kind of like, oh, what is this? So number 6, Kubo and the Two Strings, slowly but surely making more money as the weeks go by. It made $3,230,000, and that adds to a total of $40 million. Very good. It still needs $20 million to get past its $60 million budget. Probably won't be able to get there though. Very disappointing. I would have loved if Kubo and the Two Strings was the big box office hit for Leica, but I guess Coraline is still their highest grossing one. That's good if you look at Coraline's numbers at the box office, but it's not very large, especially if you compare them to Pixar or Illumination standards. So I just wanted Leica to have a great one, a great box office run for once. You know what I mean? But anyways, number 7 was Pete's Dragon. This weekend it made $2,938,000, and that adds to a total of $70 million. It is still climbing away from the $65 million margin, so that's good. It's making a little bit more money than its budget. At first, when it opened, I was a little unsure of how much it would actually make, but it's still doing pretty good as the weeks go by. But since not too many big movies are coming out, Sully, I guess you could say, was big, but it's not like a blockbuster or anything like that. It's like a big Oscar contender. But I guess more people are still going out to see these movies that they haven't seen before, and that's why they're all kind of just clinging here for dear life and kind of have the same kind of gross range. Like, for instance, number 8, Bad Moms, making only 100,000 less, 2,830,000 this weekend, and that adds to a total of $107 million. I really don't have the energy to rant about this movie, mainly because of school. But you already know how I feel about this movie. So let's move on. Number 9 being Hell or High Water, making $2,600,000, and that adds to a total of $19 million. And I actually contributed to that this weekend. My dad and I saw it yesterday, and I gotta say, I will put out a review of it when I can. It's gonna be a little tough because of school, but I will put out a review eventually. All I will say is, though, is this movie is incredible, and I'm glad a lot of people are going out to see it. So there you go. And finally, number 10 is Sausage Party. This weekend it made $2,300,000, and that adds to a total of $93 million. Very close to reaching $100 million, but since it's about to leave the top 10, I doubt it'll be able to cross it. This is still a very good run for the movie, though. Now, the movie I predicted to be number 5, The Disappointments Room, actually opened up at the number 17 spot. Not that much of a surprise. It barely had any marketing, and the trailer came out like last month. So, it's not that big a deal. It made $1,400,000 this weekend at that spot, and on a budget of $15 million, that's not very good for it. So, you can consider this another movie that'll be forgotten instantaneously, kind of like The Wildlife. But anyways, now it's time for the fun part, the predictions for next week's top 5. Now, I'm going to say that number 1 will be Snowden. I think this movie is going to be very interesting to a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to want to see it. But then I'm going to say number 2 will be Blair Witch, since it is a sequel that looks better than the Blair Witch sequel we got with Book of Shadows. So I think a lot of people, especially with the praise it's getting right now, I think a lot of people are going to go out and see this one. Number 3, I think, will be Bridget Jones's Baby. Even though they aren't huge in America, I think the box office is kind of dying down so that this movie can actually make a little bit more money. Plus, it's kind of plus when you open up with a biography about Edward Snowden and a horror film, you have this other movie that's kind of heartwarming. So of course there are going to be some people that go see that. Then I'm going to say number 4 is Don't Breathe, and I'm going to say number 4 is Sully. Sorry, I mixed that up. And then I'm going to say number 5 is When the Bough Breaks. Those are my predictions for next week's top 5. And if you got your predictions right for this weekend, you're going to get a shout out right now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.